If you're living through the middle school stage, children from grades 6 to 8, you know that these years can be especially exciting. If you're not quite there yet, get ready. So much development happens during this time, and you can sometimes feel like you're parenting on a different planet. During this fantastic journey of middle school life, we have many opportunities to invest intentionally in our kids. I'm joined today by Dr. Kevin Leman, and I'm so excited to talk with him about his new book, Planet Middle School. Dr. Leman, I'm honored to be here with you today.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thanks for being here. I love your book. I've just gotten through the middle school years, so
Congratulations.
Yes, and it really resonated with me. You say that middle schoolers can be a strange, unpredictable species. What does that mean?
Well, they're weird.
Yes.
And they get weirder. And as a parent, you know, you need to be their lifeline. But are you a straight line, or are you a line that sort of gives and takes? Because they're unpredictable. Simple things. Mom, what are we having for dinner tonight? Chicken, honey. Oh, chicken! I hate chicken, and it's so gross and so slimy. You know I hate chicken.
Yeah.
Now, 3 nights earlier, that same kid had 3 helpings
Love
of chicken.
chicken, yes.
Okay? So how do you handle those things?
Yeah.
Do you say, well, just Tuesday night, you know, you're going to get in a fight with your kid? Fighting's an act of cooperation. Don't go there. Honey, tell me, what would you like special this week just for you? Mm-hmm. Grilled hamburgers. Grilled hamburgers. Would you like French fries with that or mashed potatoes? Sweet potato fries. Sweet potato fries is, let me write that down, special for you. Put it on the refrigerator door. End of problem.
Yeah.
You have to understand that the species, they're just weird.
Yes, and they need a special strategy, I think. And I feel like your book has lots of great strategies. So I picked out 3 of my favorite chapters. Okay. So I thought we could just talk for a few minutes about them. The first one was life mapping, and that's really about kind of preparing your kids for the future. And some people might think, you know, can you do that at that age? But why is it important to identify, you know, the gifts, the talents your kids have at this age?
How many people do we know in the world as adults who hate their work? Mm-hmm. They hate going to work. Mm-hmm. You know, every kid has a bent. Train up a child in the way he should go. And by the way, that doesn't mean the way you think he should go.
Yes.
It really speaks to the individual differences in all the kids. And so if you see something where your kid has a passion for something, you want to try to reinforce that and realize, I always told young people when I was a dean of students at the University of Arizona, if you can find a career with something that really you have a passion for, mm-hmm. that's the rabbit you want to chase. Yeah. So it gets down to getting kids to think about, you're here only a few more years, and it's time to really start thinking about what you're going to do in life. So.
Yeah, and that's definitely, you know, I know some giftings in my life that were started in this age, in this stage, so I think that's really key. The next thing we have, I loved the chapter on just loving being at home. And you said in the chapter, you know, if kids are going to belong anywhere, why not have them belong at home? And that, because for me, I want my kids to know home is the best place to be. So just how do we help develop that in our homes?
Yeah, you want your kid to be a homie.
Yeah.
You really do. And that comes with acceptance, belonging, mm-hmm. and what's this? Competence. And this gets back to what we talked about in life mapping a little bit, but acceptance. Treat your kids differently. Different bedtimes, different allowances. Why? Because they're different. Mm-hmm. Every province, every state will treat kids differently. 16-year-olds driving, 14-year-olds wishing, 9-year-olds dreaming. So don't be afraid to treat your kids differently. Mm-hmm. But that means you also invite kids to your home, make your home the centerpiece.
Fun.
Yeah. So if you can pull that off, you're almost on second base getting through the middle school years, because they're rough. So you want your kid to be a homie. You want them to have freedom in that home. And if there's kids over, don't hover over them. Don't be a helicopter. Give the kids some space and just know they're safe in your home.
Yeah, that's good. And I love too, you know, creating an atmosphere that's welcoming. I read a part in here about the really busy mom who, you know, just throws whatever in the crock pot every day. So when her kids come home, there's like a nice, I've been doing that since I read that, just throwing whatever I can find in my crock pot.
Well, life's busy. I mean, moms like yourself are working. Mm-hmm. You know, about 79% of moms who are working have kids under the age of 18, so it's tough. So you have to be creative, and I think Planet Middle School helps parents become creative in that area.
Yeah, for sure. And lastly, this one I loved a lot too, is an attitude of gratitude, and not having kids are part of a gimme generation. But one point you said in this chapter that I want to touch on was, you said don't be a martyr for your kids.
Right.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Well, lots of times parents just do way too many things for kids. Mm-hmm. They take on this martyr thing. Well, I do it for the children. It's really important that the kids do for themselves. We do far too many things for kids. I think it's important to get kids onto other people's lives. As grandparents, we give our 2 grandchildren candy bars wrapped with $10 bills because we believe in good nutritional food for our grandchildren. But the $10 bill isn't for them.
Yeah.
It's for them to give to somebody else. Even better than that, let the kids earn that $10 and find someone to give. So is it more blessed to give than receive? Sure it is. So why not get kids out shoveling snow, washing cars, cutting grass, raking leaves for free? No money. That's the goal, to get kids off of themselves and onto other people.
Yeah, so important. And another thing I loved in the book too is just you had lots of examples from parents of what worked for them. And I think that's really helpful. I know as a mom, I love reading stories from other moms of what's worked. So that's a really great addition.
They're in the book, Shelley, because you mommies are so creative. People love that.
Yeah, and we can learn
it
from
works,
each other.
For
Yeah,
sure.
It's been so great having you. Thank you so much. Fantastic book. Planet Middle School is available in our e-store at 100huntley.com. Make sure to pick it up. It's an amazing tool for you to have on your parenting journey during the middle school years.